Hi, I'm Chayaleah Seferin, Beach Hillel Executive Director and Alpert JCC board member. I just wanted to wish everyone in the community a happy Pesach. I hope everybody is safe, healthy, and enjoying their time as much as possible at this time. I wanted to share some thoughts and information about the second part of the holiday of Pesach. So I found someone in the community who knows a little bit about it. Even though I've been trying to avoid him through this quarantine, I asked him a favor to please come, even though we're at a distance, but he's going to answer some questions. You may be familiar with him, but I would like to introduce my father, Rabbi Abba Perelmuter. Hi.
Hello.
Did you miss me? Did you miss me in quarantine?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay,
well, it's an honor to be here, and thank you so much for asking me to do this. Okay. I know I was your fourth choice, but true. I'm not holding it against you.
There were many other rabbis I asked first,
I understand.
But they were all busy. So anyway,
okay.
Father, why is this night so different? No, I'm just kidding. Tell us about the second part of the holiday of Pesach, because a lot of people know about the first part with the Seders, but they're not familiar that tonight starts a new holiday. So tell us about it.
Well, as you mentioned, most people are familiar with the first part of the holiday. That's when the Jews got out of Egypt, led by Moses. They all left with the matzah on their shoulders, and everything was hunky-dory. But in all reality, this was only a partial salvation, because as they were escaping Egypt, Pharaoh woke up one morning and said to himself, "What? I let 600,000 free laborers leave? I mean, that's not a very smart move if you were the head of an industrial country like Egypt." So he rounded up his army and started to chase the Jews into the desert. The Jews found themselves at the sea of reeds. And of course, as Jews do, and they did this quite well, they began to kvetch and complain. "Oh, look at this. One side we have the sea, and the other side we have the Egyptians chasing us. We are in deep trouble." And everybody started to give Moses some advice. Do this, do that, come here, come there, do this. And Moses said those two famous words in the Torah, "Can everybody please shut up?" Just
at least they
shut
weren't
up.
Quarantined.
They were not quarantined. They weren't, but they wished they were quarantined at that moment.
True.
Trust me. So what Moses said is, God will tell us what to do. And God's instructions were to go and cross the sea. Now, it's not so easy to cross the sea. It's deep and it's cold and it's dangerous. Right. But of course, miraculously, as they went into the sea split. The Jews were able to cross it safely. And now the Egyptians started to chase the Jews into the sea covered them, and that was it for the Egyptian army. And therefore, we celebrate the seventh day of Passover as the final victory of the Exodus.
So is there any sort of relevant message that you would apply to what we're going through or what we're dealing with? Absolutely.
There was one man there. It's a subplot. There was one man there when his name was Nachshon ben Aminadav, and when Moses said to go into the sea, everyone was afraid to go into the sea. No one was ready to do that, but he decided he's going to be the first one in, so he waded into the sea, and he kept going until it got up to his neck, and then the sea split. And he's always been heralded as a great hero for being the first one to really exercise this idea of self-sacrifice. So, in today's day and age, in 2020, here in Long Beach, California, of what we're experiencing, at least the message of Nachshon ben Aminadav is relevant, because we have an opportunity to also exercise our potential of leaving that little comfort zone that we've built in our minds when it comes to Judaism. We have a little extra time, unfortunately, right now. And we have time to do some of those things that we were not able to do when we were pre-virus. We were out there, we were in the world, we were hustling, we were going to jobs. But now that many of us are quarantined, we have ample opportunity of leaving that comfort zone, of doing something really special and making that time useful and relevant. Give me an example, Rabbi. Thank you for asking that question, by the way. What a great interview.
You're a good interviewee. You ask your own questions.
What a great interviewer she is. I think
I'm just the Vanna White here.
Yes, you are. You're just Vanna. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Okay. So if you had an opportunity, let's say, for something that you wanted to always do, read Hebrew. Learn how to read Hebrew, so when we come back to shul, you won't have to be suffering for what page are we on in the synagogue blues. Now is a great opportunity to be able to do that, to do something very special for yourself, to study, to read up. I mean, there's so many things that we can do during this time. I know it's a very difficult time for many of us. We're anxious, we're worried, we're scared. Many of us are panicked about our profession, our jobs, what's going to happen. I say to everybody, don't do that. Don't worry. Let God worry. He did this. Let him worry. Let him be anxious. Our job is to go forward, and hopefully very, very soon this thing will pass. We will survive, and we will get back to business, and we will be better people for that.
Yes. Okay, so it's traditional on the second part of Passover to say Yizkor for dead relatives, parents, especially. So if you can, open a Yizkor book at some point over tomorrow or the next day, and you can say Yizkor on your own. So that's something special about the second days. And I was thinking of ending off this little talk with a great story about how my father lost me in the Bronx Zoo one Passover, but I don't want to embarrass you too much in public. So I'm going to say happy Passover, and thank you so much for joining me.
I would just like to make one addendum to that story. It was intentional. I did not lose her.
I always wondered.
I tried to lose her, but obviously it didn't work, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I'm stuck here. Instead of being on CNN, I'm stuck here with Chayaleah.
Awesome.
But anyways, have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
Thank you from the Perelmuters.
Thank you.